Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video talking about Jesse Eisenberg being cast as Lex Luthor in Batman vs. Superman and Jeremy Irons cast as Alfred. Wanted to give my thoughts. All right, good stuff. So a few people asked me what my thoughts are on this casting. Basically, it's not good. I mean, okay, well, I shouldn't say that. The Jeremy Irons cast as Alfred, I do not have any problem with. You know, he's an amazing actor. He's well accomplished. He's been in like a zillion movies. He's won an Oscar. He kind of looks a little bit like Alfred, the comic book Alfred. He's got that chin thing, you know. So if you remember from the animated series, the Alfred there, he was kind of balding and he had this chin thing with a beard. He's kind of got that chin thing. So I think for him, that's a good casting. You know, he's a great actor. You can't really do much better than Michael Caine did as Alfred in the Dark Knight trilogy, I feel personally, and the relationship we saw on screen between him and Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne and Batman, I thought was amazing. So I'm not expecting it to be on that kind of level. Probably be somewhere in between the Alfred from the first Batman, you know, the 90s. Well, I should say 1989 to into the 90s Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, Alfred. I forget the name of the actor who did that, but I think it'll be somewhere in between. You know, sort of like not quite as involved as Michael Caine's Alfred, but you know, not quite as withdrawn as the you know, the '89 and 90s Alfred. So somewhere in between. And I'm sure he'll do a great job because he's an amazing actor. So I don't have any problem with that casting at all. I think that's a great casting. No trouble there. With regards to Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, this is one of the most ridiculous castings I've ever heard of before. I mean, there's been some bad castings, but in no way, shape, or form does he seem intimidating to me. Does he seem like he'll be somebody that will, you know, scare us or be, you know, because Lex Luthor, he's got a lot of layers to him, right? He's the mad scientist in some interpretations. In others, he's the business mogul, you know. And yes, okay, Jesse Eisenberg did a good job in The Social Network playing Mark Zuckerberg, but Zuckerberg is a nerd, you know. You know, it fits for that. I don't feel like it fits with an intimidating villain like Lex Luthor. Yeah, you know, Lex Luthor for president, that whole thing. Any interpretation aside from even maybe the mad scientist, I don't like it. I don't like it. He's not big enough. It's going to look weird, him opposite Henry Cavill, because, I mean, it's always weird to see Superman and Lex because Superman could crush Lex in any, you know, a tenth of a second that he wanted to. Could just use his super speed and just crush him if he wanted to. Hit him once and that'd be it. It'd be over, right? But he won't because he doesn't, you know, he doesn't like to kill. Well, he doesn't like to kill. The new Man of Steel Superman has been shown to kill if he absolutely has to, but, you know, doesn't want to. I like what they did with that. So he's a little bit darker than your old Superman, who just, you know, was really a Boy Scout, would never kill regardless of the situation at all. So that's another argument. But with regards to the Henry Cavill Superman, you know, Henry Cavill's a built guy. He's not a small guy. You know, he's big. You know, so he probably benches like 270 or something, right? And then on the other side, you've got you know, Jesse playing Lex Luthor. It's I don't see it, man. I don't know how this is going to work. Then you got Ben Affleck in there as Batman. Oh my God, somebody screwed up in the casting, I think, in this movie. To be honest with you, I really would have to say. I'm not saying that he's not a good actor. I'm not saying that he wasn't good in The Social Network, because he was. He was very good. I just don't think he's right for Lex Luthor. He doesn't have that intimidating villain factor that you kind of need to have for this type of movie. Like Zod, for example, was really intimidating. You know, the I will find him. All these lines were delivered so well, and he's really scary and fearsome. Those are the kinds of villains you need to go up against Superman. You don't want to have, like, you know, Mark Zuckerberg, you know, going up against you know, it just doesn't make sense to me. So I think it's a bad casting, just my opinion. I'll grant him this. His face does look strangely similar to Lex Luthor, especially his chin and the way his cheekbones come down. Looks a lot like your pale comic book Lex Luthor. So I'll give him that. That yes, but he just, to me, if there's a scene with him standing off against Henry Cavill, it's just gonna look so, like, just picture that in your mind. You got him standing in front of Henry Cavill, who's just, it'd just be like, it'd be so weird to see him looking up at Henry Cavill like, I'm so intimidating, or with kryptonite or something. I mean, there's going to be a lot of money invested. There's going to be, a lot of CG and all kinds of different things like that. They can use filming tricks to make him look bigger than he really is, or more intimidating than he really is. And he's not a bad actor. Personally, it's just a weird casting choice. So is Batfleck, and I do not have high hopes for this Batman-Superman movie at all. I think for the most part, it'll come out, it'll be released, and I'll be like, yeah, if I want to enjoy this story, I'll just go watch Batman The Dark Knight Returns, because that's the best way to go. I'd rather watch the cartoon version that's done the way I think of it, with an intimidating old Batman that's ready to beat some ass and punch holes through walls and the whole bit, with great villains like the Joker in that, where he's going to a carnival and mowing down people with a pistol, just shooting people up left, right, and center. Scary, intimidating villains like that, rather than what I think we're going to see. Anyway, I might be a little bit harsh, because obviously we haven't seen a trailer yet, anything of the sort. They can make it work. They'll make it work regardless. There's too much money involved for them to screw it up. But it's just not a great casting choice, I think, personally. It's just not. He's not a great choice for an intimidating version of Lex Luthor that I think we need, even more so than a regular villain, because we know the Superman could smash him at any time. So, yeah. It's kind of an extreme, though, because as small as he is compared to Henry Cavill, it's kind of like the physicality of that whole thing brought to life, because he's so much smaller. He actually, like, if they didn't have superpowers and Jesse Eisenberg just fought Henry Cavill, just straight up fought him, it would kind of be like, the physicality of that Superman Lex Luthor playoff that I'm referring to, with the powers and no powers. It'd kind of be like that in real life if they were to fight. I don't know. It's either a great choice or it's a terrible choice. I personally think it's a terrible choice. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about it. And it's pretty much all I got to say. Don't have high hopes for the movie. Think it's going to be kind of a letdown. But we've always got the Dark Knight trilogy. You can always go back and watch that. You can always watch the animated film, Batman Dark Knight Returns. So nothing will touch those. I don't think this will be anywhere close to as good as that was. If people could just wrap their heads around animated stuff and check it out, I think they would be blown away by Dark Knight Returns. Anyway, I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one.